top5rapwebsite.com. You already know what's going on. Today we got Elzhi, 7 times down, 8 times up. Let's jump right into it. Track number 1, Foolish Intro.
Oh shit. Oh, this the intro? This is what I need right here. Oh, motherfucker don't realize. It ain't easy to do this shit when you fake. It's easier to do this shit when you real. This real shit right here. I need this. Some of y'all niggas gonna be in the studio doing one song for 4 days, motherfucker. And that shit like this. That nigga Elzhi make this shit look easy, man. They feel the hip hop right here, my baby. This shit hard. You know it's crazy, man, when you listen to music next to somebody that's musty than a motherfucker, dog. And the music's so good you don't even move. The more I listen to this music, the more I feel like I ain't about to go do no dumb shit. Nigga was just plotting to rob Family Dollar, nigga. I was just sitting over there in the car about to...
They plotting to rob Family Dollar?
You come from? You don't know my block, dog.
You robbing Family Dollar, bro. Everything's $1. How much money you think they got in there? Come on.
Eating cereal out of ashtrays, nigga. Shit was hard. My sister with my mama, nigga. She was fuck my babysitter twice, nigga. This one Belle Isle.
Man.
Had deers coming to your car, nigga, eating church's chicken. That's when you saw pigeons eating pigeons, nigga.
Pigeons eating pigeons.
Zoo. Wasn't an animal in that motherfucker. Detroit shit, nigga. Big ass sign said ferocious lion. Looked in there, they had took all the deers, put Ben Wallace wigs on them. Oh, it's that hard.
Alright, that was pretty humorous, you know, but let's get to the music, yo. Track number 2, Smoke and Mirrors, featuring Monica Blair.
Vowed to make my reflection proud, nigga. She kick rocks and then take the cloud with you.
Got the balaclava on.
It's not allowed to silence those who talk a lot of they not preachers giving the crowds picture. I have thoughts of running wild and being profile richer. Then I smile as if I stand for my future child's picture. I was exiled to put it mild, probably found up becoming curveballs and life was the wild.
Okay, I was about to say, is that the verse? Because he kind of sound like an echo.
Yes, moving by the shoes and watch to see my distant future in the vision. I ain't used binoculars in my eyes to see dollar signs, joy, disappointment, after cut the sun of God. Every blessing is anointed. I can see a prodigy, I can see Molotovs, I can see a humble servant healer, I can see him lost. Wasn't taught to be a boss. Just go to school, make your A's, get your masters, find a job, settle down, take a raise behind it.
He said, I wasn't taught to be a boss. I was taught to go to school, get your master's, get a job. That's not teaching you to be a boss.
Now there's a door for decisions you can open, hoping that you pick the right one. Ain't quite done coping with the fact you picked the wrong one. They hit you like a strong son of bricks when you can't fix a shortcut. In the long run, your friends, cool folks who didn't know you were chose, you a king, you a diamond, you a comet.
Your friends who were foes didn't know you was chose. So, Ode to Friend or Foe by Jay-Z, Reasonable Doubt.
Rose, you a pyramid, you appear in the dread, you appear in the mid, life crisis. All I see in the mirror while I smoke to get in the proper headspace in case there's a test. I got an ace, cause a race they thought I would be dead in jail or at home with an ankle brace. When I'm top tier from my ankle space, drop tier, make a splash in it.
You know, so I will say on this track, we're only one song in. You know, the intro was just intro. I will say that I am appreciating this change in delivery from Elzhi, because on his previous albums like Jericho Jackson, which I have on physical disc, you know what I mean, dope album, but kind of shares the same delivery the entire project. If you were just to play this verse for me, I would not be like, yo, this is Elzhi. It doesn't really remind me of anything Elzhi's done before.
Great links, don't forget the fashion. Players play the game till they bait the crash. Afraid to pass the police to go east. Off an 8 mile my I see a businessman, a kid in waste trial. See a scientist, an alien, a purist form of savagery, a strategy.
It's an 8 Mile Detroit.
And live lavishly, I told my nigga cool. And sometimes I see a failure, other times I see a warrior. I can see euphoria, flashbacks of Gloria, who said I wouldn't be shit. In my living room a month after my mom's passed, pops held her back, though he fed into her lies. Years ago, I'm still affected. I can see it in my eyes, like the marijuana leaf that I sheep by myself in the mirror for a clearer understanding of my health. Mentally, I can see I was meant to be a threat. It's in my eyes. I see red when I'm physically upset. Getting lost in my reflection. I can see respiration. Then I see
in my eyes. I see red when I'm physically upset. Okay.
Recollection. I see resurrection. I'm a champ. I'm a leader. I'm a prophet. I'm a rebel. I'm a dragon. I'm a beast. If I stoop to a level, I'm a blocks. I'm a paradox. Pandora's box. Filled with rocks. Couple blocks. Blood money for some stocks. I can see the open mic. Off a 7 mile for you. Used to battle up a Cody. Yeah, all know me. I'll destroy your student body. Catch a case and I may have to call a lawyer just to beat it. You don't see a phoenix. You don't see my aura. You don't see a legend. You don't see a glow. As it's turning, can you see what I...
Okay, so it seems like on this one, I wouldn't say he's reminiscing, but he's doing a lot of old stuff, you know, 8 Mile Detroit, 7 Mile Detroit. He really just putting words together, which is what Elzhi does. You know, we're what, almost 3 minutes in? I don't think there's any hook on this. This dude can just keep rhyming and rhyming. That's what he does.
I can see passion burns like the marijuana leaf that I cheat by myself in the mirror for a clearer understanding.
Actually, this is the hook.
I can see I was meant to be a threat. It's in my eyes. I see red when I'm physically
upset, nigga.
Lost in my reflection. I can see respiration. Then I see recollection. I see resurrection. I see.
Okay, that was Smoke and Mirrors. Like I said, I do appreciate the difference in delivery, difference in flow. That did not strike me as Elzhi right away. Track number 3, EarlyBird Nightowl. Let me see who's on the production. J.R. Swift's. But didn't J.R. Swift have some beats on that Armani Caesar project and on that Conway project? Or am I tripping?
Yeah. Look, I don't deal with peons. I beat them to the punch like I'm Leon Spinks. My ink leaks neon in his colorless world. Seen in black.
You know, I beat him to the punch like Leon Spinks. You don't know about Leon Spinks. I'm pretty sure Tyson knocked him out though. So, take a look at that on YouTube.
And white while lacking sight, your ego tripping. I hope you pack a light and back tonight, cause I'll drag you back to earth and pause it. And if you with the shits, then you should wear it if the draws fit. I'm still tighter than the claustrophobic.
If you with the shit, you should wear it if the draws fit. Interesting, you know, interesting play on words.
In the mosh pit, and bad to the bone is the skeletons in your closet. Sit down before I make change.
Bad to the bone is the skeletons in your closet. Okay, so this is the Elzhi that I was anticipating.
The deposit. Y'all be thinking y'all nice when y'all really prize with the Fuji. It's bumping in the mix.
What? Prize is tight.
Hey. Try to dish the crew, but we don't play. No vacate or recess. Not even where they surfboard and where they ski lash. Or where the palm tree rests.
What's with the shot at prize? What happened? Put that in the comments. Why you take a shot at prize?
Make this paper, not the paper in the free press. My moral compass accomplished more than a GPS inside a Prius or Ferrari. I'm sorry that y'all niggas can't bar me to death. I'd rather bar you to life and watch you die inside a mental prison. My ego vision with lion pride leave decisions to heal and kill like incisions with cyanide. I am tied to the greatest who
cyanide bars.
Up the latest, big fish and small ponds. You haters never ate us. Stay writing past the point of tired to keep you inspired. Squeeze until you fired and shoot for what you desire. Up when the birds chirping, rolling herbs, working on the illest master plan, cause I don't sleep. Up all night when I write that snorted white that could have shortened height on the go peak. I'm the early and I'm the night owl. Who's next to right now? They might smile, but them dirty looks say they quite fat.
Okay, so I'm really just scoping out what he's doing on the hook. Hooks are not something Elzhi is really known for. He's just known for getting on the verse and just rapping until you say stop. Putting words together. Making words fit, making words rhyme. So to have a hook like this, where he's obviously trying something different, you can hear it in the hook. He's even got different voices in there. You know, it's refreshing. It is refreshing, you know what I'm saying? And you had on the first song on here, which is Smoke and Mirrors, second track, first song, he puts out a whole new delivery, a whole new flow that I never heard. So he's trying some stuff different here. So in the title of the album, 7 times down, 8 times up. You know, you get knocked down 7 times, I mean, you done got up 8, because you knock us down, we gonna come right back up. So it just seems like she's trying a couple different things here.
Get over on the man that don't sleep. That close deep for all you wolves wearing clothes by a dope sheet. I be working day and night till the darkness is pierced by a ray of light. Laying tight verses that lead to surface. I ain't afraid of heights, was always held high in regard. For every card I stacked up to build a house with the yard. It cheated death like repeated breath. Blown inside of lungs creating oxygen. Woke you up and blew your socks again about your moccasins. I'm way tubular, brain on Jupiter. So if I stoop to your level, who's stupider? On this mic you wish you were Jordan. It drives you batty, it's commissioned.
Jupiter, stupider bar.
And I want all the smoke as if it came out of Swisher in Portland. I bet you felt that in your gut like you twisting your sword in your stomach till you pulled it out and you missing the organ. One day you plot to sabotage me cause you not as paid drink than the hottest raid and got a Scottish maid to grab your laundry. I dripped the flooring when the plates was on a Suburban in the hood. Now I want a foreign in the States. Once for certain and twice evident. Scared money don't make none. Your dice hesitant, precise measurements. We took out the reaping the benefits of what I sold up. Cause every line is water turned to wine in the gold cup during the Last Supper.
Every line is godly. Water turned to wine in the gold cup. Y'all know the biblical story. He could turn water to wine. He could walk on water. You know, magic. You know what I mean?
And this drop and make you crash bumpers like overpass jumpers who clash uppers with they downers. Whether the founders, locals are out.
Overclass bumpers who clash uppers with they downers. So again, some stuff is obvious or seems obvious to me, but some stuff I'll break down. Overclass bumpers, it's cocaine who crash uppers with they downers. So you'll wake up, they might do some cocaine and then they set off the coke, the high of the cocaine, which is the upper. They might smoke some weed. You clash uppers with your downers. And they said, I think he said upper class, because in order to even do that, to have drugs on drugs, to keep doing this type of thing, to clash up with your downers, you gotta have money, obviously, to do this. If you're just a regular person, you know, drug fiend type of thing, you could probably only afford one drug, and even then, you can only have so much of that. You can only buy so much. Upper class, you buy the uppers and the downers and just use it to your, however it fits you.
It's uppers with they downers, whether the founders, locals are out of towners. Y'all in bad shape if y'all square up with us and don't get from around us. Up when the birds chirping, rolling earth.
Little wordplay, square up with us, around us, square, round. You know, just a little shape of wordplay.
Know the illest master plan, cause I don't sleep. Up all night when I write that snorted white that cook. That was gladiator shit.
Alright, that was track number 3. Now we're on track number 4. Hot winter, cold summer. See who on the beat. J.R. Swift. I think J.R. Swift did the whole album. I'm pretty sure he did some stuff on the Conway and Armani Caesar project too, if I'm not mistaken.
Cause you squeezing trigger, but how you gonna run it? Fuck your season, nigga. That's the reason I go for the knees and put them C's in figure 4 leg locks. I try 5 dozen in your egg box. Bangs in your
figure 4 leg lock. Shout out to Ric Flair.
Watch it transform like Meg Fox and Shia LaBeouf. The doors become arms.
Watch it transform like Meg Fox and Shia LaBeouf. So that was in that Transformers movie a couple years back.
Chest is each front tire buff. My throne is stone like it's not high enough. I need a blimp that says that I'm a pimp. Every wimp that turned mobster should swim with the lobster and the shrimp. Drowning in the plate of pasta. Slump by a double pump. Your ego gets squashed, dream shot down. Your bubble stumped.
You could tell Elzhi is just in here having fun. There really no theme to these songs. You could tell just by the way he's rhyming. Ocean, lobster, shrimp, pasta. It's just word association, and he's just having fun with it.
Would it be iller if your dream caught the bullet first? Your bubble was busting, your ego got crushed. See, I'm a problem. This year I'm bossing out the boss. The sober the boss, you should have crossed to get your job from. Made the whole city go apes, like when the blob come with the deadliest dose of medicine. Let me prescribe some to you. They swear it's voodoo in my pen once I stick it to it. When it's really the Holy Ghost cleansing the wicked human. I'll make you boys an example. My name cards is always in the chapel, putting snakes back into poison
poisonous apples. I grind hard the whole 9 yards.
You know, another biblical bar, snakes, poisonous apples. You know the Adam and Eve story. You don't even got to be super religious to know these things. I'm not, and I know it, so.
Your way of thinking, while I left your mind scarred, is where you find shards. Go and get some madman, that's a bad hand. Don't blame me, blame the dealer who designed. I plan to have the hottest shit this winter, the coldest shit this summer. Mark your calendar, your days are numbered. I plan to have the hottest shit next winter, the coldest shit this summer. Mark your calendar, your days are numbered. My girl getting a Rolls Royce ass. I plan to have the hottest shit this winter, the coldest shit next summer. Mark the calendar, your days are numbered.
That kind of remind me of J. Cole. That little singing, kind of remind me of J. Cole a little bit. That don't remind y'all of J. Cole?
I know the game is looking for artists that sound the same, trying to make a name, fortune, and fame. But that's a lame move, cause look what they became. This the memories. If I read you titles, you won't remember these. Who they're investing in next now has a price on their head off top. For me to come from the bottom and give them chin checks, I bet the feet will crush you insects, cause the flow nasty. To put it bluntly, it's dro, hash, keep wax, oil, and blow lastly. Who wants smoke? The results are when you poke at a fragrant.
Again, word association again. He mentioned Dro, Hash, Keef. I think he said the flow is dope. Then he mentioned Dro, Hash, Keef. This is all THC, weed references. Then he says, who want the smoke? You know, so you can tell he's going into these beats. He doesn't really have himself, you know, like a hard theme. He's just going into them and just writing, you know, maybe even freestyling.
With a jagged blade or high with 5 snapdragons being wagged and swayed around killer bees. Hit the ground, kneel your knees. L is that nigga, don't forget that legit fact.
Did he say blade and then say killer bees? Because that would be a Wu-Tang reference. The faster blade.
Curveball that split bats and spit cataclysms. And most keep their distance because in close view it can open your mind, leak out your spirit and ghost you. Take a leap for hell under the reaper spell and be a D-boy in the sky. Weighing the Pisces on a Libra scale. I earn riches and I twist lie. So when you this fly, you can light a cigar, toss a match and burn bridges. Thoroughbreds get they carport and they terror red. Arrowhead, knock the king's crown and left the pharaoh dead. Then a red Camaro sped off with no witnesses. You know who did it, this is his year. I plan to have the hottest shit this winter.
Okay. That was Hot Winter, Cold Summer. I'm not mad at that one. Track number 5, Light One, Right One, period.
Up now, I'm in the zone. Sometimes I write inside my head and leave my pencil and my pen alone. My eyes got big when hearing Big did the same thing. Also Sean Carter, cause they both became king. Now dare I say that one day I'll be in the conversation of who's great. Those who punch below their weight don't want a confrontation, just blaze when it's best roll. I could be Haley's Comet in a vessel. If I wasn't, would life be less stressful? I don't know. I think that is our new beginnings to grow like 5 on the black hand side. Taking pride in your fro during Jim Crow, just let it Jim go. Did you catch it? I hope.
I did not. See, I stopped it right before he said, did you catch it? Because I knew I was missing some bars. He said something about Haley's Comet. He said some stuff about not writing rhymes down physically, but kind of remembering them in your head. And obviously this is something Jay-Z's known for. Biggie apparently did it too. And Elzhi saying he did it. He does it. So, I mean...
So if I wasn't, would life be less stressful? I don't know. I think that is our new beginnings to grow like 5 on the black hand side. Taking pride in your fro during Jim Crow, just let it Jim go. Did you catch it? I hope it was caught by some kid whose parents got divorced and they think it's their fault. Don't carry that with you as an adult. It can make you depressed from your subconscious hid in the vault. Believe me, I know it. That ain't on the low. I put myself in this song. You don't picture me as strong. You got the wrong photo. I killed all my demons.
Yeah, he said I put myself in this song, and I was gonna say before I stopped it. I like how this song starts out. There seems to be more content rather than just endless rhyming. You know, the first couple songs just kind of like just endless rhyming, putting words together, just making words rhyme. in word association. This one, it seems like he got something to say.
To live to tell the tale, where they dumping bodies in the Great Lakes that sell a cell, or leave you right where you stand for your Pelly starter coat. I saw her one could stab you in the back, could also part your throat. What a shame that people feel they gotta go there, and later find out they ain't going nowhere. I'm so rare when I jot it, that I compare my lines to the ones you shake from a narcotic. And ain't nobody touching our product. Them other niggas good, but let's be real. My cup run up over, they need fresh refills. They probably got them from the fast food spots that make you obese in the hood. Are those the only places we can go feast? If so, I wonder if it's more to it.
Food deserts.
They got a liquor store with crooked police. That's where you in a stolen car and not a car and no lease. And you got drugs.
It's like Schoolboy Q said. Every corner, liquor store, laundromat, liquor store, laundromat, liquor store, EBT accepting more. Figured the money.
Inside the stash box along with your piece. Peace to Sandra Bland, Eric Gardner, and Kaepernick. What happened to all in the same gang? Self-destruction when popular rappers stick together for a cause. Now they doped up from their flaws. Excuse me while I pause to blow strands. $100 gambling. Them killers that make hope who start up manhunts. Take a puff and jot it better than you can dunce. I'll be happy if I only touch the fan once. Cause all I do is light one, right one. All I do is light one, right one. All I do is right. All I do is light one, right one. All I do is light one, right one. All I do is.
And I do like this beat a little better. Maybe it's just because I like the whole song better. But this beat, you know, really, I'm really feeling it. J.R. Swift's again. I'm just going to assume J.R. Swift did the whole project. Again, I don't do too much research when I go into these things. It's my very first listen. These are very real. First reactions, very real.
Light, all I do is light one, right one. 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 I was chiefing when I wrote this. Forgive me if I go astray. You should play this loud like Twitter.
He said I was chiefing when I wrote this. Forgive me if I go astray. So if you remember the Prince song 1999, I was dreaming when I wrote this. I was dreaming when I wrote this. What did he say? So kill me if I go too fast or something? That's all to the Prince bar. We catching all things, not just rap. We catching all things.
It's the blender if you roll a J. This one here is for all my west siders who drove spark, and all my niggas off that east side high like Joe Clark, facing nightmares that really are dreams that grow dark, that take a left turn in alleyways where you can smell the meth burn. I wonder who they bought it from and just how much the chef earned to make a fiend out some teen that look like Audrey Hepburn and Steve McQueen. I seen him in the movie once on a late night. Was with this bad chick. We smoked about 2-3 blunts, then I made a climax. Next week we hit the IMAX. But I had to cut her off cause she was out for my stacks. She wasn't in the gym with me, nor did she drop a gym witty at the open.
Said she was after my stacks. She wasn't in the gym with me. That's an ode to Drake bar. So you an Elzhi fan, but you one of those dudes that hate Drake. He just referenced Drake. That you wasn't with me shooting in the gym. That's all stay scheming. So it's basically saying the girls want money when you leave, but it's like you didn't help me get this money. Like you wasn't. The bar was Kobe. This is what Drake said. Kobe about to lose 150 M's. Kobe, my nigga, I hate it had to be him. Bitch, you wasn't with me shooting in the gym. So, shout out to Elzhi, shout out Drake, shout out Kobe, R.I.P. Kobe.
Like an L's race in M City. I recall Paul telling all 3 of us at St. Andrews Hall we would carry Detroit on the small of our back and put it on the map. Cause when I rap, I leave circular traces around the clowns so fast it's a blur to their faces. Strip focus. I came out swinging like a pendulum, assisting in the hypnosis. On some listen closely and do what I say. Run and tell 10 of your friends to stream this album all year and why they
rhymes getting crazy.
10 of they co-workers so that they can do the same. Put the Dutch to the flame and blow strings. $100 gambling. Them killers that make people start up.
Okay, so that was like one right one. I like that one better. Like I said, he sounded like he have something more to talk about. But these, that kind of went on. The hooks. And again, no one's gonna be a full, complete songwriter, rapper, lyricist. But the rapping hooks every time around, makes the song feel a little long. When you rapping, spitting the verse and then just rapping also the hook, really no change in flow. That's what I appreciated about track 2 and 3. He was kind of doing different things. This is now the Light One, Right One. This is kind of more old, back to what the Elzhi we're used to. So I'm going to have some of the same critiques that I usually have, but not bad at all. Track number 6, Ferndale.
Here we go again. Okay. We're gonna go back to the beginning. So close your eyes and visualize how it feels. Because the ship is real.
Used to roll a joint, then you drove us to the side of Mill and Prada Hill. Life was like truffle fries and turkey burger slider mill. Summertime, Ferndale, Michigan. Miss your friendship, a San Fran trip. Never left the land strip. Still we had a blast downtown playing pinball.
You know, so again, now this is a reminiscing track. He's reminiscing, you know, things that happened prior. And his flow's different and his delivery's different. So I like this. You had Light One, Right One. You had Hot Winter, Cold Summer, which are kind of odes to more of Elzhi's signature style, mixed in with the other stuff, the different stuff. So now when he drops a track like Light One, Right One, now that's going to stand out to me, which it did. It stood out to me. Whereas like on an album like Jericho Jackson, they just kind of keep the same formula throughout the entire album. So this is an album I've listened to many times, so I can point out the songs that I like the best, and they stand out to me. But on one listen or two listens, which is what people are mostly doing nowadays, you might just listen to an album like this and just be like, yeah, it was cool, and you're gonna toss it to the side because it's kind of just beating you over the head with the same thing stylistically. Even though the songs are good, like it can become samey and or tiring, which causes listener fatigue. So here on this project, I'm not getting that listener's fatigue. Although some of the tracks are a little long, I don't feel fatigued.
Trust you in the right spot, then I make your skin crawl. Windfall came, we rolled up bikes over the leaves, changing.
And I only say fatigue because Elzhi is very wordy. And like I said on the prior track, even his hooks are very wordy. You know, he's kind of keeping the same flow that he has in the verse for the hook, so everything's really wordy. So yeah, you can get fatigued even on a 3-minute song. It's kind of short or average nowadays. You still get fatigued. Some of these songs are 4.5, 5 minutes, so the fatigue will really set in. It's not just 4 or 5 minutes. There's a bridge or there's instrumental playing. This nigga is rapping and speaking and filling every bar with as many words as he can in rhymes for 5 minutes. So yeah, that's the only reason I mentioned fatigue and how that sometimes happens with Elzhi.
Jeeves, you have more tricks up your sleeves. Soon you will surprise me with your outlook and with your eyes. See, every rap took as a queen is not about rugs, pawns, nice bishops trying to knock you off the square from getting next to your king. To rep the
a little chess word play. You know what I mean?
on your index through the rain, kept me open like the flowers from the fakes through the spring. At the zoo inside the butterfly house, searching for some inspiration. You got on the sundress, that's a view. It was just me and you living life, floating through the city. Hope you can remember how it felt, yeah. Party in the Boscos, having treat dreams, stop the one-eyed Betty's, and I got the patty melt there. Just me and you living
Patty melt.
dipping through the city, gazing at the stars over Ferndale. In our own world, bottomless mimosas, bumping affirmations, incense, high clay when we burn air. We wasn't at the magic bag, we was at the Emery. Remember we snuck in your coke inside the dollar show. Memories of us two, just you and me, doing cheap meditation right before brewing tea. Medication for my spirit, fed my soul, and all it took was dedication. Time with you, had me flying high without no destination. We would shoot up to the library or hit the water station or the park after dark, where we sparked a conversation about astrology, some government policies, compassion for apologies after receiving branches from an olive tree. If you had your way, every day would be sorbet. Shell, silver, stain books, tiger's eye, and foreplay. Can't forget Ferndale, our brown was dope. We encouraged each other to push the envelope like return mail. Look at you, you doing your thing.
Push the envelope like return mail.
The world on the string now. It was just me and you.
Push the envelope like return mail. I never heard a bar like that. Little postal bars, little post office bars, FedEx. DHS, USPS. Shout out to the postal workers. Very essential job. That was Ferndale. I like that. And again, on an album like this, it something different like that stylistically, even something a little more laid back in the beat. Now when Elzhi gets on his more signature stuff, again, it's going to stand out now. You're not going to have that fatigue. Track number 7, Guns and Boats, featuring Fess Rock.
Catch double low lounging, 3rd floor public housing, watching stolen cable, mountains of hash on the table right before he touch it. His weekly show was interrupted on some nonsense, a news report about zombie apocalypse, the picture.
And I like that the song started out with Fess Rock. Gives us a small little break from Elzhi and Elzhi's flow and his voice. Then we're gonna jump right back into it. So I like that. This album is sequenced very intentionally.
It's the nigga with the metal claws, chains around his neck contain the ashes of his former boss. Such a loss, send his mind into a frenzy. Always knew that jealous ones were in.
With the metal claws, for some reason I got a MF Doom. MF Doom just popped in my head when he said that. Metal Face Doom, Metal Fingers.
Search the barren wasteland like he Mad Max, never looking back on a hunt for vagrants. The devil's hand called the Black Axe, a scene from out of Crown House, shot by Tarantino on the mean streets of Plymouth Ave in the black Gran Torino. Heard the goons held up off of 96, he well equipped, dangers in the air, he can smell the stench. Inside the trap house, he tunneled the caves, ran upon a whole army of slaves, grabbed a hammer from his waistband, one blast, shatter souls like glass. The boss like a caddy fought in the past, the guard facing him, his fist shine like Bruce Leroy, hat cocked to the side like a true D-boy. But the foe was just a decoy, the nigga get chased, they racing speedboats across the Great Lakes. Looking tidal waves splashing, storms out the guns capping, that type of double O cinematic fashion. The metal lion, going to war with a tyrant who control the waters like Poseidon. Could this be the
His voice kind of reminded me of when Alchemist raps. And I guess we're not getting Elzhi on this. I guess this is Fess Rock's track.
That's writing of a hero, -0 on the ocean floor, begging for his life, come on for real though, my nigga thorough, squeeze cannons like Jack Sparrow, had the villain staring down the eyes of double black barrels.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Tried to shock him with lightning, but the champ swift, punctured his chest with a trident, a fatal mistake, 2 cannon shells to the face,
with a trident.
But if you really listen close these days, you can still hear the ghost of him, body parts they found most of them, look it's just another tale in the life of the golden one. A screen title called Boats and Guns.
Yo, that movie was killer right there, dog. For real. Motherfuckers got murked in that bitch. That shit was rated murder. M.
And I know I'm missing all the skits. I assume there's funny skits at the end of these songs, but you guys know I'm more so about the music. I'll go back and listen to the skits on my own time. I want to give y'all the music. I don't really know what he was talking about on that one. I got a couple movie references. He said struck him down with the trident. So I'm pretty sure that's an ode to Zeus. That's a reference to Zeus and his, trident, which looks like a fork. Correct me if I'm wrong. He said Jack Sparrow and something about cannons, which is Pirates of the Caribbean. So, or maybe the trident is Poseidon. Is it Zeus or Poseidon that had the trident? Let me know. But I know it's one of those myths. If it's Poseidon, and then he mentioned Pirates of the Caribbean, Jack Sparrow, there could be like a sea or ocean reference that he's doing. Again, it's my first listen, y'all, so let me know. Track number 8, Thugged Out Zombies. I don't know how I feel about this beat.
I'm in somebody else's house on another block. Knocked on the door, twisted knob, it wasn't locked. The place was empty, and as far as I could tell, that I just walked into a trap house. Cause I smell the dope still on the scale. I see money baggies a Mac 10. I'm using on whoever left it there that's walking back in. You might ask, what would I do? Such a thing ring off of someone's noggin, busting in without knocking. The whole thing started just a month ago, but I ain't know it. Too busy slanging meds, chasing chicks and puffing dro. All in the hood, I thought that nothing could surprise me. Between drive-bys, house raids, and store robbery. That wasn't till I seen this video. It was kinda ill. Still, I didn't think that it was real, let alone important. It was a clip from a broadcast, the news reporting footage of an exclusive recording. They never aired it, but they showed the aftermath of this dead body in the street. That out of nowhere it stood up on his feet as if it never.
Okay, zombie apocalypse, now it's coming. So again, I like this. Now he's telling the story. So you got some tracks that are just him rhyming, putting words together as this album evolves. Some tracks are just him rhyming, putting words together. Some tracks are him trying different things, you know, voice-wise, delivery-wise, flow-wise. You got a track with just Fest Rock on it, would give you a whole different vibe. You got a track where he's reminiscing, Ferndale. And now we got a storytelling track, kind of like fiction storytelling about a zombie apocalypse. So
I ain't believe it, and why would I? Cause when you die, goodbye, that's it. Weeks later, I'm seeing videos from New Orleans, one from Chirac, Staten Island, and 2 foreign countries. The rumors started spreading through my city, how kids was getting blasted. They climbing outside their casket, eating brains, attacking anyone in eyesight. We crack jokes, they come here, we make it so they die right. We had a laugh, gave my man a pound and kept it pushing. Back to the ground where you can always find a slinging cushion. Pills, as usual, we see Marcus, the neighborhood fiend. My man about to serve him up for the dollar bills. Soon as I thought to myself, he looked strange from close range. He bit a chunk out my man's throat before the exchange. That's when it all changed. He was leaking out the neck. Marcus tackled him to the ground. I grabbed the tape. As I'm spraying lead through his back, I noticed there's no bloodshed. He got a
vivid imagination.
my nigga who's dead. They come after me before I shot him in his head and left me there like a fucking newborn baby. God, how my man went out, hit me crazy hard. Tears fell, staring at his body in disbelief. Then I seen him move, I crushed the shotty. I tried to talk to him, I didn't have the heart to put a slug in his mind. So I left and walked through an alleyway across the street from the cemetery. Families in black were hopping fences. 2 women barely made it out if it wasn't for my assistance. Cause all I saw was people busting out the grave from a distance. I'm talking about street legends draped in iceberg, Gucci, Tommy, Dookie, ropes, do-rags, a bunch of thugged out zombies. People running up and down the streets, cars crashing. But dashing to my crib, I seen a ton of them in passion. One had a blunt in his ear. I called my man's cousin who lives on my block. He told me to stay away from over there. He said it looked like the world was about to end. So I found a random spot and let myself in. Now we back to where the story began.
Okay, so let me know what the purpose of that song is. When he said that the zombies were reminiscent of OGs that died in his city, I thought it was about to get real deep. I thought it was about to be like a metaphor or something. Then he ended the track and said, now we end where the story begins. So did I miss something? Is this a deeper song or is it just a random fictional story? Track number 9, Potential.
Yeah. Look, feel like trying something new.
Let's hear it.
Check it, yo. I wish you could have seen it, my nigga. See it. Before I hopped off a plane onto a stage 1,000,000 times, cause they loving me. Before I was out in Spain at the currency exchange, another hotel, another key to a room with some nice views. How can one who make the sacrifice lose? I got the same rocks, the left price bruise. It could have broke me twice, paying overpriced dues. Hey, hey.
So yeah, he's trying to sing on this one. You can always tell when a rapper, they don't usually sing and they get on the track and they sing and they sound a certain way. He ain't trying too hard. But yeah, he's trying something new. So I do appreciate that, you know what I'm saying? Let it ride.
Hey, in reality, none you can fuck with me. Even back then, we not agreed. That was for you loudmouth bastards. They try to get me to pump my earth on my hazard. Shit, right, buddy. I
Tried to get me to pump my brakes, throwing my hazards, throwing them hazards.
Hope that you teaching your kids to see their worth when they don't have money. And you raising them on Blase Block off Womp Street. With dark clouds block the only started pump heat. And church is not just.
He said when you don't have money and you raising them on Blase Block and Womp Street, that means you ain't got money. The stuff you telling them, it's like Charlie Brown, want. Like I hear you, but I don't hear you. Because where are the fucking fruits? You know what I'm saying?
Pins and stone feet. I made it out. Yeah. On top, breathing oxygen inside of a dream I always prayed about. You know, and I could have pulled up at the party, hopped out and skirted off the Joe chick. My glow sick, you would have seen it so quick, but that ain't the time I'm on. It's a slow chick. Let me rewind it back when I was standing on my talents, legs spread over a tightrope, focusing on balance, blocking yin yang, trying to win, hanging out with pharaohs with 3 eyes, one on sparrows, one for crabs in the barrels, and arrows from Cupid that can make you fall in love with some stupid bro you couldn't tell was a fraud before you scooped it, who got over or was trying to take you under. She wonder why you keep pursuing your music career and then you stun her when she hear you call her out on this song.
Yeah, so he got back in his rapping bag there. And again, so that's going to stand out. That just stood out to me. I like that flow. I stopped the song and talk about it because it's in between some different shit that he's doing. If he was flowing like that from the start, by the time he got to that part in the song, it wouldn't have really stood out unless you really unless you really keyed in. You know, so I do appreciate that he's trying some different stuff.
This song, but it's not a diss song. My horror was always the stars aligning. My aim is a sniper rifle when you add beams. Yet I caught some taking advantage. That's a bad dream. Was ready if my closest comrade scheme, which probably got my haters so mad. I'm sure they had steam pouring out their ears for years. I stayed dedicated to my craft while they laughed at it, as if it was a waste of time slipping through an hourglass. They 2 cents could have went towards the water, power, gas, and phone bill.
Yeah.
Should've kept it on chip.
Utilities.
Just keeping it 1,000, and that's more than real. Why they always thought that I would walk inside a store and steal? Why the grumpy old neighbors thought I wouldn't get over this humpy hole? The right path is the bumpy road. I know I'm special to a demon, I'm a god.
The right path is the bumpy road. What Rock Marciano say? Even though we drove here in luxury, it was a bumpy road. I had to pump. It felt good to have company though. I'm comfy though. I'm in my underclothes. My location is undisclosed.
Seen route, they doubt. I wish they could have seen it. Seen what? My potential. Putting you up on game. You got some shit, but wait till my minds drop. It's my
Okay, got some cuts.
And I don't care when they try and list. Who's the top 50 rappers out just because I'm a scientist? Yo, Jay, I'm surgical with this bitch. I've drawn attention, then drew a crowd with a pencil. Inked the deal with a pen, made my mark with a Sharpie. Used the crayon to color outside the lines from within. Then I painted the sky blue. Have some yellow in the middle to feel the warmth on my skin. I am that nice. I know that some of y'all that win it soldier sold, though I'm not sure of the exact price. Hot damn. As you can see, I still aim for the clouds, but my pimp did not jam and got blam. Must be my DNA. So before you sleep on me, you should bow your head, bend your knee and pray, and just be thankful you were in the presence of a giant whose father blew his chance. He left before I learned how to put on a shoe and tie it. Or like the fools who come around who smoke up all your loud. You never see when niggas quiet. Mrs. Such and such. Why you wasn't feeling me much? Is it cause I smell like?
He said like them fools who come and smoke up all your loud, and you don't see them when it's quiet. Loud, quiet, you know what I mean? Loud is slang for tree. Tree is slang for weed. Weed is slang for cannabis. Keep up.
The Dutch, not a grade school, when I could still feel what got me hot, but I stayed cool. To lukewarm reception, y'all were kept in mental prison where I slept. The angels cried, Jesus wept when you were free and couldn't see him. The exception to the rule in which you measure for what somebody says or what you're told. What was gold, what was treasure, there's a difference. I'll explain it, be my pleasure simply cause where we from, they go dumb. You get the drums for a band, I was played overstand to get some closure and if you don't, then show your hand like you in class as you're told to do in past. Officer, why you assume that I'm out here pursuing cash? They could probably put me behind a 2-inch glass. I'm just trying to make it to the studio.
Put me behind a 2-inch glass. You know what that glass like on them visitations? You ain't breaking it. You ain't doing nothing with it, bro.
Cut a little album, get a record.
You can't even hear through it. That's why you got to use a phone.
My budget is low, I hope you check it still. Dear all majors, why you didn't present me with small wages? I know I'm shit, I eat rap books and leave my teeth marking pencils. I wish they would have seen what? My potential.
Go ahead, Swifts. Okay, that was potential. I messed with that. He kind of started off singing, then he kind of abandoned that after the first 40 or so seconds, but it's all good. Track number 10, G.O.D. featuring Monica Blair.
G.O.D. Yeah.
Something more mellow.
Pray to and may view as God. Is it who pay you? Great goose do say 2K. A new J shoe. Is it the fame? Going platinum or being critically acclaimed? Cigarette smoke keeping you tame. A drug game, a Gucci belt. Shooting trick dice, the cards loosely dealt. A coke line, a John Belushi smell. How the coochie felt, a gold chain. The ego that lives in the controlled brain. The broken heart where you hold pain. The bad blood that flows through a cold vein. Is it power pushing powder? Sweet tooth and sour diesel. Trees roll every hour. Diamonds, Cartier frames with the 10 on the islands. The fly bins, Ill Street rap setting off sirens. Maybe lights on the gram. Guns that don't jam and taste the ham. A scam caught on video cam. Damn.
So right now he just rhyming. He putting his rhymes together. For me, this is not as impressive. It's impressive, but for me, it doesn't attract me as much as saying something solid, saying some real shit on the track. But this is nice.
He died for it and was chalking out. What do you praise? What's over everything? I'm talking about G.O.D. Gold, all the diamonds. G.O.D. Grand houses for drug sales. G.O.D.
Are you breaking down the acronym?
$1,000. Yeah. Hey, tell me, what do you believe in? Is it gold, all the diamonds? G.O.D. Grand houses for drug sales. G.O.D. Gun office and dollars. Tell me, what are you believing in? Tell me, what do you believe? What you worshiping that you put over the air you breathe.
You singing.
Don't let the things that
you know, get a little vocal coach, you know what I mean? If you really want to expand, get a little vocal coach. Dare you breathe. Get a little vocal coach, you know what I mean?
you see with your 2 eyes to see. Tell me what.
But I like how he has Monica Blair under him. It's actually vocalizing and singing it, because if it was just Elzhi, it wouldn't sound good. It wouldn't sound as serious as it needs to sound. This is a pretty serious song, but to hear Elzhi, you breathe, it kind of breaks the seriousness. But when you have Monica Blair actually singing under him, it helps. So I see a vision.
Do you believe it's tied into what you perceive? Believe what you should have or achieve. Don't be like Eve. I almost saw that in a girl. See it, couldn't keep her off of my mind. I do anything.
Do anything.
And so, but I was blind. I almost saw that in the world. I was losing sleep up late, not taking care of myself. Sleep, creating something that they can appreciate. I knew this youngin' from around the way. Down to stay active to get some paper. Would climb a fire escape. I hop gates to pull off a cable. School was never priority, nor was he forced to go. Normally every morning he's stuck in court moving accordingly. Served his mother but paid the rent. He recall a car hopping with ballers and all the windows on the Escalade with tent. That's why he just wanted some wheels. Filled the pills, dollar bills, grills, thrills. Shorty with skills, then he bang her out of her hills. Neck and wrists on chills. Make it hot with the mixtape. Speak on all of his deals. Who he clicks with and who he kills. Watch it circle the city. Through titty clubs to the pretty side of town. Back to the gritty party. Count smart the witty. His enemies heard the worst.
You know, a little storytelling. I do really like this beat. Probably one of my favorite beats on the album. Very mellow.
Snitched on himself in the verse. They'll find him and let it burst.
Snitched on himself in the verse.
Cause many died for it and was chalking out. What do you praise? What's over everything? I'm talking about G.O.D. Gold, all the diamonds. G.O.D. Grand houses for drug sales.
Okay.
Shit.
That was G.O.D. And again, I'm missing the skits. Let me at least hear some of this one.
I remember when all you had to have was good old dick. Now these girls want every motherfucking thing. I remember when all you had to have was G.O.D. Good old dick. They want everything now. G.O.D. Shit, that's what a bitch want. Every motherfucking thing. She don't even know what God is no more. Bitch told me, she said, I want the purse with the boots. I was like, bitch, who told you I was getting the purse? Yeah, man, G.O.D., dog. Times done changed. It's good that we talking about God, though. A lot of shit done played out. Jabot, Eddie Bauer. Niggas ain't wearing gas no more. True Religion, 2 for 50. G.O.D. ain't nothing like a good old dice game. G.O.D. ain't nothing like.
Okay. Track number 11, Masterclass. It's a little more menacing. A little bass line. Do 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 do.
Came here to school, y'all niggas. Welcome to the master class. Better catch it once a Jew fall.
He sound just like Joey Badass. That first bar.
Niggas, this is annual. Beside the good book with John Peter and Nathaniel, there's the manual.
Nathaniel.
Processing. Your arms too short to flip through the literature. It will turn every fingertip.
Your arms too short to box with the God.
From miniature to a mega monstrosity, touching this copy in blood, bearing my signature. The information embedded is priceless. Those who were beheaded, the shredded get slices, never dreaded this crisis. They should have learned the do's and don'ts, so I wrote this to warn you about the unicorn that's shitting on your goat list. There's a chapter on how not to get on my bad side. The biggest lesson learned by those who had pride that was caught up inside a brainstorm from an actual master who acted fool to forecast with natural disasters. I'll kill a man with the pen like Tommy DeVito, or was it Nicky Santoro in a movie by the grimy casino? You should study me, just in case I gotta test you till you put me in your top 5, hovered above your best 2. The way I break down science, I could've backed it up to sell it for $1 million a piece and civilize the wildebeest.
You know, and I will say, I appreciate the change in delivery. He kind of has a more nasally, lower pitch, more higher extraction, you know, to get that voice out. But I like that he's consciously doing something different with his voice. Because again, some of these songs are 4 or 5 minutes. A lot of the times you may get fatigued with a rapper like Elzhi. It's not as much fatigue here.
Crazy. See, very serious. I came here to school, y'all niggas. Watch me rack them up like side hustles in the pool hall, niggas. I'm telling you, boy, you better watch your step. Hey, look, man.
Watch me rack them up like side hustles in the pool hall. You know, them pool hall hustlers playing pool, shooting pool.
I take you out, my nigga. If you ready to learn, put your hands up. Just ready to learn. Hands up, ready to learn. Hands up, ready to learn. If you ready to learn, let me see you go up and down, up and down, up and down. If you think you know what I'm all about and you feel you're the answer to this problem, make sure that you're ready when I call you out. I came here to school y'all niggas. If you broke or you fell into wealth, don't be a hot shot, I turn to a shell of himself. You gon' learn today, I don't care how you earn your pay. I eat your food, lick the whole plate and have you return the tray. That's coming straight from the one they call the crown ruler, dropping gems on the weakest link more than the town jeweler. Cause chapter 1 is entitled the illest, the deadliest skill is a real.
Dropping gems on the weakest link more than a town jeweler. Gems, link, like a necklace, town jeweler. Get it?
It's the death for every breath that you will miss. Chapter 4 is about how I can take the bars in my head and put them in yours till you hear it clink from the sliding doors. Chapter 7 is my name. 8 is how I ate up the confidence of a great and changed the fate of who they became.
That
Chapter
symbol
10 is my favorite. It says whether I write it down or auto save it, I will still body giants like David. I'm an amazing man. Before we go
David versus Goliath.
on the same page, then you should raise a hand. Make sure I see him so when I perform this live, the people who's the closest to me is It's a high five in real time. I still rhyme the words and saying the song. Then I ask to play a game. If I point at you, start playing along. It's simple. I drop the beat and you'll finish my line. Just make sure that you say it clear and keep up with the tempo. You understand that? Okay, go. L, you taught me something at your show. I came here to school y'all niggas in the lip.
Okay, that was masterclass. I'm not mad at it at all. I like that he switched, he's constantly switching this shit up. This song actually went hard. It went real hard. And I think it's because of that new delivery that he tried out. Over that beat, it just sounds menacing, and I like it. Outro, last track number 12, Jason, all caps.
They can't stop you, Jason. They don't know what kind of ruckus you bring up. I'm saying, rise up, son.
Is that Elzhi's name, Jason?
Yeah, you heard it, Jason. That kid who had a rocky past. Died 1,000 deaths and woke up in a hockey mask. Bloody hockey glass, couple blunts of broccoli stash. Knock you on your cocky ass fast as a Kawasaki crash. Born with a hustlers and horse slepping. Death be knocking at your doorstep to mop you up and leave your floor swept. All cause niggas applaud, blasting over flawed fashion. Trying to smash every broadcast and broadcast alive from the epitome of a pig. But don't pity me. I used to want the block on lock. Now it's the city kid.
This beat hard.
My life is a movie. I pause between scenes and see my setbacks with greenbacks like using green screens. Drama. The same time Obama sent the bomber to Osama. My mama told me that things happen for a reason. I thought God bless my soul as if he heard my aura sneezing. And that's powerful as ebonics to change slaves. My think tank's full of piranhas that swim in aquatic brain waves. It's not a game, so go tell a contestant. I dice them and sell his intestines to a delicatessen. Life became the
Delicatessen?
was in the
What?
plotting on a mansion with the ghost in it. Thinking about the paper like the Daily News. With a story about a dead man trying to buy his newborn baby shoe.
They said you ain't gonna make you, Jason. Yeah. Show them what you can do. Rise up.
He said delicatessen. I ain't never heard the word delicatessen in a rap bar.
Yeah, these niggas thought that I was finished till our paths crossed. They swore they saw a ghost, a zombie off of bath sauce. Get ready, they can't hold your sweaty palm steady. Verses like Freddy gets Jason mashed up machete, then throwing the Yeti, kill the drama dead. Mama said, if we always on the same coast, you stay in time ahead. That's why I'm low key, focus on the bigger check. On my own two with both feet across some nigga neck. About to give them hell while it's summertime in Arizona. Watch them freeze up with hypothermia and rare pneumonia. They see battles, we
Weather bars.
tune with the key of life, this grand as pianos. Walk with 3 shadows. My dark side makes it hard to let a remark slide. Almost drowning trouble waters, hate to say it, shark died. You know me well, say I'm lean in the holy grail. Only trap behind, she's fine, I grip the ponytail and hit
Yeah.
like back, haters get the black. When my mind spray like I'm Andre. When he was young, back at 9 straight on white walls. If you don't make the right calls, become an entree. Always stacking so
You get 8, nigga.
like a pack saloon. Who let the creature from the black lagoon out the crack a coon? It's macagoon. Who's a macaroon?
This nigga going in.
Platoon who fronted on me till I spun around and get it back to womb. Jason.
Boy, man.
Alright, so yeah. Elzhi went in on that last track, and that beat had outro vibes. I love when the outro song has outro vibes and the intro song has intro vibes. It just creates a nice thematic feeling. I really like this album. 7 times down, 8 times up. Like I was saying during the review, Elzhi was really trying different things. He was really, I think, conscious of the sequencing of the songs, because it started off one way, then the album evolved and it ended a different way. So even early on, I was saying the sequencing sounds very intentional. The outro sounded very intentional. He has a nice little mix of styles in here. He's singing on some, he's just doing his signature spitting on the others. Some he's telling stories. Others he's placing features where they should be placed. Fast Rock had his own song, which kind of served as an interlude, gave you a little break, and most importantly, there's really no fatigue on this album that you get just from listening for bar after bar after bar. So y'all know I don't like rating albums on the first listen, but if I have to rate this album, I give it 3.5 stars. This is very, very good. So yeah, shout out to Elzhi. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Shout out to J.R. Swifts too, did the production on here. And this is top5rapwebsite.com. Peace.